we'd like to recognize some special guests here tonight with us. On our school board, I believe I see Mr. Carol Precure. If you'll stand up. Also, Sergio Leal. Jared Lee. Back up here. Curtis Preston. Back here. Kelly Kedner. Also like to recognize Dr. Gene Sheets, our superintendent. Also Dr. R.L. Richards, our assistant superintendent. Mr. Steve Mead, our principal at the high school. Mrs. Erin White, our assistant principal. Also at this time, we'd like to recognize several people for their time and energy to cover and promote Muleshoe athletics. We'd like to thank Delton Wilhite, Frank Werfline, and Lonnie Wilhite for their coverage on the Muleshoe Sports Network. Also like to recognize Gil Robert and Magan Reynolds for their Channel 6 coverage. Also Bob Green and Ken Henry for doing the play-by-play. We'd also once again like to thank Mr. Frank Werfline for the beautiful awards he has donated for tonight's event. We'd also like to thank Jody Wood for doing the programs for tonight. I'd like to thank Aaron White for the beautiful senior pictures displayed around the cafeteria. And at this time, if you're a spouse of a coach, would you please stand? These ladies and gentlemen deserve a huge round of applause for their sacrifices which allow our coaches to coach. A simple thank you is not enough to account for the gratitude we have for you. Thanks so much. Also, we'd like to thank Muleshoe Journal for their coverage. And always deserving of mentioning, a huge thank you to the Mighty M Band, the cheerleaders, all the fans and the parents. Thank you for all the support you've given the athletes this year, and you guys are the best. At this time in our sports, we will have Mr. Josh Woolbright do the senior spotlight.
Working on how I can actually see what's in front of me. I got a glow stick though. That's what the party favors are for. Before I start, a couple disclaimers and legal issues we have to work through. First off, if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry, and that just means I love you. I'm sorry so much, okay? And also, you're going to notice a lot that there must have been some kind of big event in early November this past year, something like with Littlefield. Someone said it a lot tonight. That's one of the big accomplishments of the senior class that they listed. So, without further ado, Isaac Acosta, son of Demas and Kathy Acosta. Isaac participated in football during his years at MHS. His other activities include One Act Play, UIL Academics, TAX Academic Challenge, Speech and Debate, and FFA. His athletic awards include being a member of the 2014 by-district and district champion Muleshoe Mule football team. Isaac's plan for the future is to go to college and major in communications with a minor in theater and teach younger generations how to think. His favorite athletic memory is overcoming all the adversity inspiring people around him, teaching them that the only thing you need to succeed is a lot of heart and a hard head. Keep it moving. Isaac Acosta. Ruby Andrade. Daughter of Benito and Antonia Andrade. Ruby participated in track, cross country, and powerlifting during her years in high school. Her activities included FCCLA, SCAC, art, choir, and UIL competitions. Ruby helped our track and cross country teams to reach outstanding accomplishments over the last 4 years. She was a member of the 2012 district champion cross country team, 2013 district champion track team, and she was also a multiple-time qualifier for area and regional track meets in the 400-meter run and the mile relay. Her plans for the future are to attend college and major in child and family studies. Then she'd like to become the best pre-K teacher ever. Ruby's favorite athletic memory is when Coach Jay got his feelings hurt by the track girls calling him a player and made them all hard yard for it. Ruby Andrade. Braden Basir. Son of Todd and Cindy Basir. Braden competed in football, baseball, track, tennis, powerlifting during his high school career. His other activities include being a member of the MHS Sports Medicine Competition Team, FFA, 4-H, National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, and the National Honor Society of Sports Medicine. Braden's athletic awards include, for football, being named the second team All-State linebacker, first team All-District linebacker, second team All-District receiver, and to the academic All-State team. For baseball, he was named second team All-District outfielder. His plans for the future are to attend Blinn College in Brenham, Texas. He will be studying to obtain an associate's degree in radiology, and then on to Texas A&M University. Braden's favorite athletic memory was beating Littlefield in Littlefield to win the district championship. Braden Basir. Gabby Chavez. Daughter of Eva Rainey and Cecil Chavez. Gabby participated in softball, golf, and cheerleading during her time at MHS. Her other activities include Student Community Action Club, National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, band, art, and yearbook. Gabby's athletic accomplishments for softball include being named to the first team All-District first base her senior year and sophomore years, and then second team All-District first base her junior year. During her years on varsity softball, she was a part of the district champion team 3 times, and then won the bi-district championship each of the 4 years she was in high school. She was also a part of a regional qualifying Lady Mule golf team this past year. Her future plans are, and I'm not kidding here, I confirmed this information just a little while ago, is to take a year off school and run a food truck called Grilled Cheeses. She'll save up a little money and then start school next fall. Gabby's favorite athletic memory is when Coach Cole fell off a bus, but he was so athletic, he got himself. Then they all waited until he got across the street and cracked up. Gabby Chavez. Wesley Clarkson, son of Anna and Jason Clarkson. Wesley was a part of the baseball, basketball, and football teams during his time here at Muleshoe High. His athletic awards include being a member of the 2014 district and bi-district champion Muleshoe Mule football team. Along with that, he was named second team All-District pitcher and first baseman during the 2014 baseball campaign. They go this weekend to try to get the area championship, and they won the bi-district one this past weekend. baseball. Wes's plans for the future are to go to Vernon College and pitch for a couple of years and then see where life takes him. His favorite athletic memory was actually just this past weekend. He came in and changed it. That's how good it was. Against Childers in the Bi-District Championship, they had to battle back in 2 different games to take the series. He's never been more excited or proud to be a part of the team with the guys that he's played ball with for so long. Wesley Clarkson. Miranda DeBruin, daughter of Flores and Julie DeBruin. Miranda participated in softball and golf during her time at MHS. Her other activities include band, Student Community Action Club, National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, and art. Miranda's athletic accomplishments for softball include being named the first team All-District designated player her sophomore and junior years, and then being named the first team All-District team for pitcher her senior year. During her 4 years on varsity softball, she was a part of the district championship 3 of those years, and the bi-district championship all 4. In golf, she was a member of the district champion 2013 team, as well as a regional qualifier her junior and senior years. Her plans for the future are to attend Texas Tech University and major in exercise and science, exercise and sports sciences, and pre-med. That's not enough. That's a lot. Wow, smart. Miranda's favorite athletic memory was beating shallow water and crushing their little hearts twice. Miranda DeBruin. Noah Del Toro, son of Juanita and Michael Del Toro. Noah participated in cross-country and track during his years at MHS. His other activities include tennis and powerlifting. Noah's athletic accomplishments for cross-country, he was named the MVP and also received the Fighting Heart Award for cross-country. He was a multiple-time regional qualifier in cross-country as well. His plans for the future are to attend SBC and get his basics. Then he'd like to pursue a degree as a pharmacist. Then he'd like to start a family and find a great town to live in. Noah's favorite athletic memory is placing first in both the 800 and mile runs, all while participating with a fractured foot. Noah Del Toro. Daniela Diaz, daughter of Beto and Kit Diaz. Daniela participated in basketball, track, cross-country, cheerleading, and softball during her high school years. Her other activities include being a member of the Student Community Action Club, National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, and FFA. Daniela was selected as a first-team All-District member this year from our area champion and bi-district champion Lady Mule basketball team. She also had the honor of being chosen to participate in the Golden Spread All-Star Basketball Tournament. Along with that, she was a multiple-time area qualifier in track, basically every event that I think she ever participated in. This year I know it was long jump, or pole vault for sure. Her plans for the future are to go to nursing school and become a nurse practitioner, then travel the world. Daniela's favorite athletic memory is one time before a basketball game, her team was praying in a restroom stall. And then they came out and saw Coach Niblett. She was cracking up. Daniela Diaz. Francisco Elizalde, son of Elizalde. Francisco was active in football, track, baseball, and powerlifting during his time here in Muleshoe, Ohio. His other activities include FFA and art. Francisco was a member of our 2014 bi-district and district champion Muleshoe Mule football team. He is also a part of our Mule baseball team, who are back-to-back bi-district champions and are also striving for the area championship coming up this week. His plans for the future are to graduate from college, to get where he wants to be and have an amazing family, and then plan for an awesome future. Francisco's favorite athletic memory is when Coach Boatman showed off his infamous playoff dance He had some real moves. Francisco didn't even know they existed. I'd like to give Coach Bowman credit this time for those amazing moves. Pretty amazing. Francisco Elizalde. Roman Franco. Son of Roman and Goya Franco. Roman participated in football during his years at MHS. His athletic awards include being a member of the 2014 by-district and district Muleshoe football team and earning first-team all-district honors at defensive back. Roman's plans for the future are to go to college for a new education and start a new chapter in his life. His favorite athletic memory is when Chamel, Tony, and him jumped into a flooded practice field during the JV and freshman games against Sweetwater last year. Roman Franco. JJ Gondera. Son of Martha Amarato. JJ lettered in football and basketball over the past 4 years in high school. His other activities include National Honor Society, varsity choir, and tennis and track. JJ is also serves as one of our captains for the 2014 district and by-district champion Mules football team. In basketball, he was selected to the academic all-state team for his efforts both in the classroom and on the court. His plans for the future are to attend West Texas A&M and major in physical therapy. He wants to have a beautiful family and be happy as well. JJ's favorite athletic memory is getting to enjoy football in general with all of his friends. JJ Gondera. Keegan Gonzalez, son of Ruben and Pam Gonzalez. He lettered in football, baseball, basketball, and track while at Muleshoe High School. His other activities include National Honor Society and being a member of the journalism news team. His athletic awards for football include, as a junior, he was named second team all-district defensive end. Then in his senior campaign, he accomplished District 1-3A MVP honors. He also earned Player of the Week honors from the Lubbock AJ, Amarillo Globe, Muleshoe Journal, and 806 High School Sports Connection. Keegan's plans for the future are to attend Oklahoma Panhandle State University to get a major in computer information systems and a minor in business. His favorite athletic memory is when the football team beat the Littlefield Wildcats for the district championship. We marched right down the field, and it was such a relief scoring that last touchdown. It was a moment Keegan says he'll never forget. Keegan Gonzalez. Gray Johnson. Gray is the son of Scott and Missy Branscombe. Gray competed in basketball and baseball during his time at MHS. His other activities included being a part of the FFA skills team and judging teams, being a part of the Youth Advisory Council, National Honor Society and Science National Honor Society, and then a member of Student Council. Gray was awarded the Academic All-State recognition in basketball for his senior year. Along with that, he's also a member of our back-to-back by-district champion baseball team, and they also won by-district in basketball too, so pretty good. His plans for the future are to join the United States Army and begin a career as a geospatial engineer, and then start a family. Gray's favorite athletic memory was winning the by-district championship his junior year in baseball. Gray Johnson. Christian Lopez, son of Gisela and Ricardo Lopez. Christian participated in football, tennis, and track and field events during his years at MHS. His other activities include FFA, art, UIL academics. Christian's athletic awards include being a member of the 2014 district and by-district champion Muleshoe football team. His plans for the future are to attend SPC after completing his basics, then transferring to UTPB. and major in petroleum engineering. After that, he'd like to get a job and be successful. Christian's favorite athletic memory is beating Littlefield for the district championship in football this past fall. Christian Lopez. Adriana Loyola. And Santana Chavez. Adriana participated in cross country and softball during her time here at MHS. Her activities included being a member of the Youth Advisory Council, Student Community Action Club, National Honor Society, and art. Adriana's athletic accomplishments for softball include being named first team all-district catcher her senior year. During her 4 years on varsity softball, she was a part of a district champion team an amazing 3 times, and won the bi-district championship in each of her 4 high school years. Her plans for the future. She simply has a plan to have no plans at the current time, and see where that does or does not take her. Maybe settle down or maybe wander around. Really, I think she's going to Angelo State, but for now, let's continue to wander. Her favorite athletic memory is losing to Kahoma twice. Adriana Lloyd. Carlos Martinez. Son of Augustine Martinez and Elizabeth Valle. Carlos lettered in football and powerlifting during his years at Muleshoe High School. Carlos is also active in our MHS varsity choir. Carlos's athletic awards include being a member of the 2014 district and bi-district champion Muleshoe Mule football team. His plans for the future are to spend time with family and pursue a degree at college. Carlos's favorite athletic memory is simply playing football with his family. Carlos Martinez. George Martinez. Son of Monica and George Martinez. George lettered in football, track, cross country, and powerlifting during his high school years. His athletic awards include being a member of the 2014 district and bi-district champion Muleshoe Mule football team. George's plans for the future are to go to college and have fun. His favorite athletic memory is dancing every Friday night in the locker room before the football games. George Martinez. Jose Martinez, son of Fabian and Yolanda Martinez. Jose was active in football, tennis, track, and he even served as the mascot Pete the Mule for us for a year. His other activities include one-act play, UIL academics, Student Community Action Club, and varsity choir. Jose's athletic awards include being a member of the 2014 district and bi-district champion Muleshoe Mule football team. His plans for the future are to attend Lubbock Christian University with a major in youth and family ministries and a minor in exercise and sports sciences. He plans to move back to Muleshoe after college and spread the word. Eventually, he has the goal of becoming a minister. Jose's favorite athletic memory is sacking the quarterback at Childers after getting dragged around by him for a little while. He'd also like to thank everyone for the great times he had here at MHS. Jose Martinez. Christian Paez, son of Stephanie Paez. Christian participated in football, cross country, powerlifting, and track during his high school career. His athletic awards being a member of the 2014 district and bi-district champion Muleshoe Mule football team. Christian was also a multiple-time regional and area qualifier for the 800-meter run and mile relay. Christian's plans for the future are to attend Lincoln Tech and obtain a degree as a diesel mechanic. His favorite athletic memory is when George fell at the track meet trying to hand Christian the baton. Christian Paez. Angelina Perez, daughter of Judith and Jose Perez. She lettered in basketball, track, and was a varsity cheerleader while at MHS. Angelina's other activities include choir and art. Her athletic accomplishments are that she was a member of our 2014-2015 by-district and area champion Lady Mule basketball team. Her plans for the future are to attend South Plains College and obtain a degree in radiological studies. Angelina's favorite athletic memory is beating Brownfield in an exciting double overtime game to win the area championship in basketball this past year. Angelina Perez. Kayla Preston. Daughter of Curtis and Carrie Preston. Kayla participated in track, tennis, and cheerleading over her time here at MHS. Her other activities include being a member of the Skills and Judging FFA teams, choir, Youth Advisory Council, Student Community Action Club, 4-H, National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, and participated in UIL academics. Kayla was a member of the district champion cross-country team her freshman and sophomore years. Her plans for the future are to attend West Texas A&M University and get a bachelor's degree in Bachelor's of Science in nursing, and then go on to become a nurse practitioner and work in the NICU. Then she'd like to get married and raise a family. Kayla's favorite athletic memory was cheering for the Mules during the football game against Littlefield this past year. Kayla Preston. Chamel Regalado. Son is Lona and Martina Regalado. Chamel lettered in football during his time here. His athletic awards include being a member of the 2014 District and By-District Champion Muleshoe football team, as well as earning Defensive Player of the Year honors and First Team All-District outside linebacker his junior year. Chamel's plans for the future are to go to college and travel the world. His favorite athletic memory would have to be when Roman Tony went to jump in the floodwater that was left after a big rainstorm on the practice field during Thursday night football. Oh, and winning the war on 84. Chamel Regalado. Nathan Regino. Nathan participated in baseball during his high school career. He was also active in FFA and stock show competitions around the state. Nathan was a member of our back-to-back by-district champion baseball teams and is now gearing up for the area championship this coming week. His plans for the future are to attend Eastern New Mexico University and major in exercise sciences. He would like to become a personal trainer upon graduation. Nathan's favorite athletic memory was beating boys ranch in extra innings during the baseball playoff run last year. Nathan Regino. David Rodriguez. Son of David Rodriguez. He was active in football and powerlifting. David's other activities included UIL academic competition events. His athletic awards include being named the first team all-district defensive line for this year's football season. And then in powerlifting, he is a 2014-2015 regional qualifier and also holds the MHS squat record at 605 pounds. David's plans for the future are to attend diesel and automotive mechanic school in Dallas, Texas. Then he'd like to get married and have 4 children. His favorite athletic memory is during his junior year when they were playing shallow water and Josh Lopez fumbled the ball. Then David was there to scoop it up and ran for 10 yards. David Rodriguez. Shanice Rosas. She participated in cross-country, track, and basketball during the last 4 years at MHS. Shanice's other activities include being a member of our marching band and art. Her athletic accomplishments include being a member of our 2014-2015 by-district and area champion Lady Mule basketball teams. Shanice's plans for the future are to go to school and then travel the world. Her favorite athletic memories during the by-district championship game against Childers, her and her opposing player had a little battle going on. The other player gave Shanice a little shove, and well, then she returned the favor, and then the young lady from Childers might have tripped Shanice to get it. Shanice Roses. Saul Sanchez, son of Shelly Bobalo and Saul Sanchez. He participated in football and basketball during the past few years at MHS. Saul's athletic awards being a member of the 2014 district and by-district champion Muleshoe Mule football team, which earned him second team all-district honors as a receiver. Saul was also a part of the 2012 by-district champion Muleshoe Mule football team. Saul's plans for the future are to attend a barber school, and then open up his own shop. Got it switched up there. His favorite athletic memory is the fumble that he recovered during the Littlefield game. Saul Sanchez. Blaine Shipman, son of Todd Shipman and Heather Garcia. Blaine participated in track and basketball during his high school career. His other activities include being a member of the MHS Varsity Choir, Carnegie Hall Honors Choir, Speech and Debate, One Act Play, Youth Advisory Council, Student Community Action Club, National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, and UIL Academics. Blaine was recognized as an academic all-state basketball player this past year. He was also a member of our 2014-2015 by-district champion Mule basketball team. Man, talk about academics and athletics. Wow. He plans on attending the University of Texas and majoring in international relations. Afterwards, he hopes to work for the State Department as a diplomat or ambassador, or maybe the CIA, but he can't talk about that. Blaine's favorite athletic memory is being a part of the by-district champion Muleshoe Mule basketball team. Blaine Shipman. Dustin Smith, son of William and Melissa Smith. Dustin participated in football, baseball, and powerlifting during his high school years. His other activities include tennis and FFA dairy judging. Dustin's athletic awards include for football, 2013 Honorable Mention All-State Offensive Lineman, 2013 First Team All-District Offensive Line, 2013 Lubbock AJ Super Team Offensive Line, 2013 Second Team All-State Padilla Pole Offensive Line. And then in his senior campaign, he was First Team All-District Offensive Lineman. He was named to the Amarillo Golden Spread Team Offensive Line. He earned Second Team All-State Offensive Line honors and First Team All-State honors for the Padilla Bowl for offensive lineman. In baseball, his junior year, he was named Second Team All-District Catcher. I'm sorry, that's sophomore year. And then junior year, 2014, First Team All-District Catcher. Dustin's plans for the future are to attend Eastern New Mexico University. There he will major in education and history and play on ENMU's Greyhound football team. His favorite athletic memory during his time at Muleshoe is when the football team scored the last touchdown with 26 seconds left against Littlefield, and the entire student section erupted. Dustin Smith. Ryder White, son of Nature Mason. Ryder participated in football during his years at MHS. His other activities include serving as an FFA officer and being active in One Act Play. His athletic awards include being a member of the 2014 by-district and district champion Muleshoe Mule football team, which earned him multiple awards for his outstanding linebacker play, including All-State Linebacker, the Old Coach Bowl, All-State Honorable Mention Sports Writers Association. He was also named the Amarillo Super Team for linebacker and the Lubbock Lone Star linebacker team as a linebacker to that team. He was also named the District 138 Defensive MVP. Ryder's plans for the future are to attend New Mexico Military Institute and play football. While there, he intends to major in history and minor in animal sciences. Ryder's favorite athletic memory is catching his first interception against Friona this past year. Ryder White. It's been a pleasure, guys. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Whalen and we'll keep this thing rolling. Or do you guys want a little intermission?
Yeah.
Coach Wilbright said he was going to be a tough act to follow, and he sure was. So, start our awards part of the night. The first award given at this banquet every year for the last several years is called the Legends Award. To describe this award winner, so how do we get the news nowadays? Through Facebook, through Twitter, through cell phones, through iPhones, through radio, through TV. Today it takes a very dedicated group of people to have longevity in this very competitive technical society. It takes a person of vision and persistence to keep up with this ever-changing world. The recipients of the Legends Award show unconditional loyalty and encouragement for all of our athletes. They are present at all school-related events. We lost a very special and unique individual who was an icon in our community for many, many years. He was the inspiration who gave life to Channel 6. The senior class of 2015 thought it was only fitting to honor Jack Reynolds as this year's Legend Award recipient. Please welcome Maggie Ann and Gil Robert to the stage at this time to accept the award for the remembrance of Jack Reynolds. Thank you, Maggie and Gil Robert. At this time, would Kit and all the cheerleaders please come to the stage, please? The MHS cheerleaders had a great year. I'm proud, as Kit says, she is proud of these girls and their hard work and dedication to support the Mules and Lady Mules. The varsity squad this year had 4 seniors. When I call your name, please step forward. Daniela Diaz, Kayla Preston, Gabby Chavez, and Angie Perez, your senior cheerleaders. The juniors on the varsity this year were Cheyenne Carpenter and Marissa Reyes. And mascot, Marilyn Melendez. Your JV cheerleaders this year, Brittany Mendoza, Riley Bale, Brianna Barone, Melody Moran, and Valerie Ambrose. Girls, for all your hard work and school spirit, your cheerleaders for this year. At this time, would all the athletic trainers, along with Coach Woolbright, please come to the stage. Student athletic trainers for the 2014-2015 school year were Alex Baca, Jackie Huerta, Daisy Matahano, Edith Castillo, Riley Bale, Samantha Cortez, Gabby Gonzalez, Haley Hunt, and Alexandria Chavez. We cannot begin to thank you all for the countless hours you are giving the sports teams and athletes of Muleshoe High School. You have worked diligently to ensure the safety of our athletes, and Coach Woolbright could not have done his job without you. Thank you for everything, and your contributions did not go unnoticed. At this time, Coach Woolbright would like to recognize the Student Athletic Trainer of the Year. This young lady has dedicated her high school career to taking care of the athletes of Muleshoe High School. She is one of only 2 student athletic trainers that have made the journey all the way from freshman to senior year in the Muleshoe Sports Medicine Program. You will be missed, and best of luck next year at ENMU. The Student Athletic Trainer of the Year is Alexandra Baca. Lastly, Coach Woolbright wants to thank the students, coaches, administrators, and the community for all their support over these past 8 years. As he goes on to a new opportunity, know that he will always consider Muleshoe home. Kimberly, Ella, and Coach wish everyone the best of luck next year, and that he says they will miss us all. Thank you. Before we go any further, we'd like to acknowledge Coach Woolbright for what he has done since coming to Muleshoe. This is a guy that we've all grown to love and admire. I don't think you'll find a better athletic trainer anywhere. He has treated countless athletes and submitted untold numbers of insurance claims. He went above and beyond to get our athletes ready for competition. But if any of you know him at all, you know he did much more than what was on his job description. Josh took it upon himself to make all our jobs easier, from taking over the equipment manager's responsibilities, to ordering supplies, to calendar organizing, to running drills when coaches were absent, to setting up spring physicals, to ordering meals, and the list goes on and on. Josh is a thinker and a planner. He, a lot of times, this is Coach Wood saying this, would have my day all set up for me when I got to school. That was needed, you can understand that. Josh was all for the kids. He developed a student training National Honor Society. He developed a statewide organization where the kids would compete. He even had our kids competing at the national competition the last 2 years. He did countless activities with his kids, like powder puff football games, bubble ball, slumber parties, all to create unity and lifelong relationships. I'm just reading it, I didn't write it. Or I didn't come up with it. He never backed down from an invitation to help other organizations like Beautiful You, Shattered Dreams, Worth the Wait, and many others. Josh, you are truly one of a kind and you will be missed. We'd like to honor you by giving this plaque that reads, Josh Woolbright, Muleshoe ISD extends its gratitude to you for the time and efforts you so unselfishly donated to our school. Thank you for your dedication to keeping our athletes on the sports arena. Josh Woolbright, thank you for your 8 years of service at Muleshoe. Thank you, Josh. At this time, would all the varsity football players please make your way to the stage? All varsity football players. Start up, please stand. All freshman football players. Freshman football team had an excellent year. They finished with a record of 6-2. They beat teams they've been losing to and also reversed the margin of victory. The young men of the freshman class are hard workers who show up every day and have shown a lot of improvement. Don't be surprised to see some of these guys in a varsity uniform next year. They all show promise, much promise, and with one more year under their belt, they will be a force to reckon with. Your freshman football team. At this time, will your JV football team, along with their coaches, Wes Boatman and William Smith, please stand. The JV football team had a very successful year. They ended the year with a 7-3 record and a district record of 4-1. This group of boys improved so much from a year ago. Despite having very little practice time to work on their own schemes, they continue to get tougher and tougher. We robbed them of a number of players as the season progressed, but that didn't deter them of showing up every Thursday night ready to play their game. Their work ethic has risen to a higher level for the last few months, and this will help fill many varsity spots next year. Your 2014 JV football team. And now for the varsity team. Entering the 2014 football season, we knew we had some talent with these guys, but we had to grow them up in a hurry. In our home opener against Levelland, we found ourselves in a nearly unrecoverable position at the half behind 28-7. But we came out and answered the call and won in dramatic fashion at the end of the game. If that doesn't accelerate your growth, nothing will. We ended up on the short end of the scoreboard over the next 3 games, but these guys were getting better and better with each outing. By the time we reached our open date, we were poised and ready for the district run. With convincing wins over River Road, Fiona, Childress, and Dimmitt, We were battlefield ready for the war on 84. This was for all the marbles. Our arch rivals also had a district record of 4-0 going in the game. And what a game it was. It went back and forth the whole night, and with 3 minutes left in the game, we found ourselves behind 26-27, with Littlefield possessing the ball. Someone had to make a play. So Coach Bird dialed up a defense, but to his surprise, Saul was not where he was supposed to be. He decided to freelance and shoot a gap straight into the backfield, causing mayhem. The ball came loose and he jumped on it. We had life. The visiting stands erupted, but we still had to go down and score. We converted on a 4th and 7 to keep our hopes alive. Then with 40 seconds left on the clock, we scored. The war on 84 was ours. The game will be forever in the minds of these young men. These guys finished the season with an 8-4 record as district and by-district champions, and we can't wait for the upcoming season as Muleshoe football continues. Let's give a big hand for these 2014 varsity football teams. I'd like to say one thing. This is our first team sport we have up here, but if you'll notice the awards out there, this is probably the first time in a long time ever team sport won a gold trophy this year for Muleshoe High School. Ever team sport. The first awards we'll give are the Wall of Fame presentation. This year we have 4 athletes that will be added to the Wall of Fame. Our first inductee was a second-team All-State performer in 2013 and received all-district honors both his junior and senior year. Please congratulate Braden Basir. Our second inductee earned second-team All-State honors this year. He was a 2-year first-team offensive lineman. He earned a spot on the Globe News and All-South Plains Super Team. Please congratulate Dustin Smith. Our third inductee was named District 1-3A Defensive Player of the Year in 2014, after only playing varsity football his senior year. Please congratulate Ryder White. And our fourth inductee was the District 1-3A Most Valuable Player. Please congratulate Keegan Gonzalez. The next set of awards are for team captains. These guys are voted on by their teammates and are the backbone of the team. They did a great job of carrying out and maintaining the duties and responsibilities of team captain. Coach Wood would like to thank you for your leadership and your character. Captains this year, Braden Basir, J.J. Gondera, Dustin Smith, and we also have 2 two-year captains, and they are only juniors, Jackson Lee and Danny Campos. Quite an honor to be named captain. The next award is the Most Improved Award. This goes to a person who was the first team offensive line as a sophomore. Most Improved Award, Dagan Dunham. Offensive Player of the Year. He was also the MVP of our district, Keegan Gonzalez. Defensive Player of the Year. He was also the District Defensive Player of the Year, Ryder White. The Football Most Outstanding. This guy rushed for 1,325 yards this year, Josh Lopez. In your MVP Fighting Heart Award, this player was hurt half the season, but returned to help us go undefeated in district play. And I tell you what, you could tell the difference when he was out there. The MVP Fighting Heart Award, Braden Bazier. Your 2014 varsity football team. Boys and girls that participated in cross country, please come to the stage along with Coach. Placed first at district with 5 of the members finishing in the top 10. Malachi Rodriguez placed first. Malachi. I just read it like it sounds. Malachi Rodriguez placed first as an individual runner at the district for the JV boys. I'm like Coach Wilbright, I should apologize beforehand. But the varsity girls had Jasmine Garza finished in the top 10, earning her spot at the regional meet. Evan Paez placed first for the Mules, also earning him a trip to the regional meet. At this time, would Jasmine and Evan please come to the front?
Go Evan!
Evan ran his way through district and regional to be able to travel to Round Rock for the state cross-country meet. We look forward next year with awesome leadership from our experienced runners coming back to lead our teams. Coach Nibbett would also like to thank Coach Suddeth, Coach King, and Coach Lowry for all their help in supporting our kids. The girl MVP, Jasmine Garza. Your boy MVP, Evan Paez. And your Mule Pride Award winner, Noah Del Toro. Your cross-country teams. It's a great day to be a mule. At this time, would all the varsity Lady Mules basketball team please make your way to the stage?
Obviously, I'm not Coach Suddeth, and the way things are going on the ladies basketball side, we have job security with Coach Beasy and myself and Coach Suddeth. Seems like health issues this year have really got to us, but tonight I would ask that you lift Coach Suddeth in your prayers. He's went to the heart doctor today, and they're going to get him fixed up as well. But I would just ask that you keep him in your prayers.
First, we'd like to talk about the 9th grade and JV girls. Would y'all please stand? 9th grade and JV Lady Mules basketball teams, please stand. All coaches. two teams had very successful years. They improved every week, and it was a lot of fun to watch them grow and learn to compete on the floor. Coach Suddeth would like to thank Coach Nibley and Coach Veazey for their dedication and hard work for these players. We are expecting great things from these athletes in the future. Congratulations on a great year, ladies. You're 9th in JV Lady Mules basketball. The Lady Mules varsity basketball team had a year that we will always remember. There was some cautious optimism at the start of the year. We were young and inexperienced in spots, but we thought the talent and dedication were in place if we could grow up fast enough. The results were not always what we wanted, and they were some frustrating days. Our motto for our program is earn the right to win. These young ladies truly did that. We were not a very good basketball team in December. Y'all are paying attention, correct? We were not a very good basketball team in December, but these ladies showed up every day and were coachable and willing to work. We talked all year about being our best in February, and this team was. With some great senior leadership, they did not let a series of close losses to very good teams get them down. They just kept working. We qualified for the playoffs for the first time since 2010. And then the fun began. We played District 1 champion Mules in the first round, and no one gave us much of a chance. Some great teams play, and a big defensive stop when we needed it, and a 3 in the last few seconds, and we were by-district champions for the first time in 9 years. Next up was Brownfield. They had beaten us pretty handily early in the year. And again, no one but these young ladies really believed we had much of a chance. A really tough physical game, 2 overtimes, and some amazing free throw shooting down the stretch, and we were celebrating as area champs. For the first time in 10 years. It was truly an amazing couple of weeks that we'll never forget. Coach Suddeth would like to also thank his wife Susan for being the best coach's wife imaginable. And he also thanks Coach Nibley again and Coach Veazey for their dedication. He'd also like to thank Brooklyn and Jackie for being our dedicated managers, and Coach Woolbright as always keeping us healthy. Now for the awards. This year making the All-District 2-3-8 team was Danny Diaz and Sadie Suddeth. Also, the newcomer of the year for the district is Conley Niblett. And Sydney Suddeth was the All-District Honorable Mention. I'd also like to mention that Daniela Diaz tied the school record for the number of free throws in a single game with 15. In this year's school awards, the newcomer of the year, Conley Niblett. That's all right. This is a great, this has just been a start for a great career for this young lady. Did you give out all the awards? All right. When I call your name with your award, would you step forward and smile? Good. Okay, all right. Next, we have our Defensive Player of the Year. In the middle of a zone, the toughest place to play is in the middle of the zone. This girl was responsible for keeping post players in check. The Defensive Player of the Year goes to Shanice Rosas. All right, now you can step forward when I call your name for the award. Every team needs a player who can do it all. Make a shot, grab a rebound, handle the ball under pressure, and defend anywhere on the floor. We had one of these, and our most versatile player award goes to Sydney Sutton. The key to our offensive strategy is to push the ball up the floor and to keep pressure on the opponent's defense. We ran lots of set plays and needed a quarterback to set it in motion. And the Offensive MVP award goes to Sadie Sutton. We had a year that we'll never forget. One of the keys to that success was the way these guys responded when things did not go our way. One of the big reasons we were able to do that was the leadership of number 35. She never let us get our heads down. She was fearless, tough, and she loves her teammates. She is not very big, but she has a giant heart. Our most valuable player goes to Daniela Diaz. Lady Mules, area champion, Lady Mules. We can get through in a hurry if we get Coach Limit to hand out all the awards and we won't have to say nothing. So. At this time, would the varsity boys basketball team please come to the stage? First, we'd like to recognize the freshman boys team and their coach, Coach David Sturman. Would y'all please stand? These freshman boys showed resiliency throughout the season filled with injuries. This team improved greatly over the season and was a much better team at the end of the year. Thank you, gentlemen. Your freshman boys basketball team. Now with the JV boys basketball team and their coach, Brian Guerrero, please stand. This squad, like the freshmen, showed drastic improvement throughout the season. They finished with a record of 15-5 and were known for their grit and stingy defense. They also brought home the Abernathy Tournament Championship. There is no doubt that the future of our program is in good hands with these two groups of young men. Your JV Mules basketball. After graduating 4 starters from the previous year, the varsity had their work cut out for them. After a rough stretch of close games slipping away, the Mules won 6 of their next 8, including the district opener in Littlefield. Despite playing in a tough district in which they were picked to finish last by the media, the Mules finished in a 3-way tie for 3rd at the conclusion of district play and were playing at a high level. These young men finished the regular season with a bang when they defeated Littlefield for the 3rd time in a seeding tournament. The first round of the playoffs came quickly, but the Mules endured a tough Spearman team in order to bring home a gold ball. The season came to a close when the Mules failed at the hands of state-ranked Kermit. But these guys showed that Muleshoe will be a force to be reckoned with in the coming years. The Mules will graduate seniors Wesley Clarkson, Gray Johnson, J.J. Gandera, and Blaine Shipman. We are grateful for their contributions to both the program and the school. As we now recognize our award winners, let us remember that these individual honors are made possible through successes and sacrifices of the whole team. The Iron Man Award belongs to a player that demonstrates toughness on and off the field. He led the team in deflections, steals, assists, and was an all-district player. When the going got tough, he got going. The Iron Man Award belongs to Jason Flores. The MVP award goes to a player that makes everyone around him better. He led the team in scoring, rebounding, and blocks, and was named to the all-district team. Playing as big as a post with the ball skills of a shooting guard is a rare combination. The MVP award goes to Dagan Dunham. The Mules basketball coaching staff would like to thank all the supporters and workers. They'd like to give special thanks to Coach Woolbride and an awesome staff of basketball trainers, Daisy Montejano, Gabriela Gonzalez, and Samantha Cortez. Your Varsity Mules basketball team. At this time, would the varsity tennis team that played at district please come to the game, to the stage? The varsity tennis team that played at district. Coaches that helped, Coach Westwood, David Wood. Also like to thank Josh Woolbright and Jalissa King for all their help. She'd also like to thank the maintenance crew for keeping the tennis courts in such great shape. At this time, would the JV tennis players please stand? The JV tennis team played in 4 tournaments. And at the district tournament, they brought home 2 golds, 2 silvers, and 2 bronze medals. And those winning those medals were Jason Flores and Donovan Gutierrez. They won gold in the boys double. Desi Gutierrez and Antonio Vasquez won gold in the mixed doubles. Dominique Hasley won a silver in the singles, boys singles. Marissa Reyes and Jasmine Garza won silver in the girls doubles. And Yvette Elizalde won bronze in the boys singles. And also we had Lily Barrera and Connie Nibbett won bronze in the girls doubles. Let's give a big round of applause for the JV tennis team. And now for the varsity tennis. These players competed in 4 tournaments as well. At the district tournament, we brought home 3 bronze medals. Those winning the medals were Jesse Leals, a bronze in boys singles. Gloria Gonzalez and Imelda Saucedo, bronze in the girls doubles. And Denise Ramirez and Aaron Ross, bronze in the mixed doubles. This year's Tennis Achievement Award goes to Braden Bazier and Kayla Preston. And the Tennis MVP Award, Jesse Leal. Your 2015 varsity tennis team. powerlifting this year, please come to the stage. Powerlifting. Coach Bird would like to thank Coach Lopez for all his help this year during the powerlifting. This team worked extremely hard in the weight room to increase personal records and overall totals. 6 ladies were a part of the Muleshoe powerlifting team and competed very well this year, many of them medaling in at least one meet. The 6 ladies competing this year were Ruby Andrade, Barone, Daniela Cortez, Jada Gandaria, Noah Rojas, and Brianna Velasquez. The boys team were also very successful this year. 7 young men were a part of the Muleshoe powerlifting team and worked extremely hard to get stronger. The work they put in showed as they set personal records at each meet. David Rodriguez now holds the squat record here at Muleshoe with a 605-pound squat. The young men competing this year were Francisco Elizalde, Dominique Hasley, Carlos Hernandez, Cesar Olivares, Blake Parker, and David Rodriguez. The regional qualifiers this year were Brianna Barone, David Rodriguez, and Evan Paez. These 3 individuals placed 5th at the regional meet and received a medal in their weight class. Now for the award. The girls MVP, Brianna Barone. And the boys MVP, David Rodriguez. Your 2015 powerlifting team. Thank you, guys. At this time, would the boys and girls golf teams please come to the stage? 2015 was a great season for Muleshoe High School golfers. Each of these kids worked hard and got better at a game that is difficult to learn, but they improved every week. The Mules golf team competed hard all year. Several of these guys are just getting started, but they were very coachable and made progress each day. Connor Harrison played 2 very solid rounds during district competition and won his 2nd individual district championship in a row. He played in the regional golf tournament in Abilene and earned some valuable experience for another run at the state tournament next year. The Lady Mules golf team had a successful season. They earned medals at 2 invitational tournaments and finished 2nd at the district meet. This earned them a trip to Abilene to the regional golf tournament. The girls had a great 2 days at regionals and finished 8th as a team out of 16. And each girl on the team shot at least 1 round that was their personal best score of the year. It was a great experience for all of the golfers. We will miss Miranda and Gabby next year, but the others will keep working and trying to get better. This year, the Boys Golf Award goes to Connor Harrison. And the Girls Golf Award goes to 2 different players. One of them had the low score in the district, and the other one had the low score at regional. Sadie and Sydney Sudduth. Your 2015 girls and boys golf teams. Thank you. At this time, would the Lady Mules track team please come to the stage? The Lady Mules track team. The 2015 Lady Mules track team was a team that didn't win any track meets this year. They didn't break any school records, and in most track meets, we couldn't even put 3 girls in an individual event. The numbers were just not there. But what we had were girls that worked hard and tried their hardest at the track meets we attended. We'd like to thank all the track coaches for their time and expertise in helping these young ladies better themselves. Coach Bird with the distance runners, Coach Wood with the high jump, Coach Smith with all the throwers, and Coach Westwood with the long jump and pole vault. We'd also like to thank Coach Woolbright and his trainers for keeping these girls healthy. We had 7 girls qualify for the area track meet that was held in Tulia. And after the area meet was completed, there were 4 girls that qualified in 2 events for the regional track meet that was held in Abilene. Ruby Andrade in the 400, and the 4x400 meter relay consisting of Blanca Ramirez, Conley Niblett, Jasmine Ariano, and Ruby Andrade. I'd also like to thank the parents, other family members, the community, and the booster clubs for all their support, not just in one sport, but in all these students' athletic endeavors. Now for the awards, the Lady Mule Track Award Newcomer of the Year, Conley Niblett. The Workhorse Award, Blanca Ramirez. The Most Improved Award, Jasmine Ariano. The Most Outstanding, Daniela Diaz. And the MVP, Ruby Andrade. Your 2015 Lady Mules track team. This time, would all the Varsity Mules track team please make their way to the stage? All Varsity Mules track team. Indy Boys track team, please stand. These young men finished first place and were district champions in the JV division. And they had countless first place finishes at multiple events and races. Your JV district champion track team. Coach Bird and Coach Wood would like to thank this time to thank all the track coaches for their efforts in helping our track athletes this year. These coaches spent a lot of time with their respective events, and it's because of them that we were very competitive. Also, a big thank you to all the volunteers in our booster club for working our invitational and our district meet that we had here. They both operated very smoothly and professionally. This year, the varsity boys competed well in a very tough district. They finished third place as a team at the district meet. The track team was very solid. Each athlete competed extremely hard and contributed in their own way to help the team. The coaches and the community appreciate their hard work and dedication to Muleshoe athletics. The area qualifiers this year were in the sprint relay and 800-meter relay, Francisco Elizalde. In the sprint 800-mile relay, Aaron Ross. The sprint relay, Josh Lopez. Sprint relay and mile relay, Jesse Easley. In the 800-meter relay is alternate, Bryce Mauricio. In the 800-mile relay, Danny Campos. And in the 800-mile relays, Trey Villa. Cesar Olvera in the shot put and discus. Jesse Leal in the pole vault. Evan Paez in the 32 and 1600-meter runs. And Christian Paez in the 800-meter run. And Christian was our lone qualifier for the regional meet. At the region, Christian ran a 2:05 and finished 7th place after coming in with only the 14th ranked time to regionals. And now for the award. Your honorable mention awards, Trey Villa and Aaron Ross. the Best in Field Events Award, Cesar Olvera. Your Most Improved Runner, Danny Campos. And the Workhorse Award, Evan Paez. And your Track MVP Award, Christian Paez. Your 2015 Boys Varsity Track Team. Thank you. At this time, would Coach White and the varsity girls softball team please come to the stage? Would the girls JV softball team please stand? JV softball. The JV was coached by Sherry Beasy. They were made up mostly of freshmen and had an overall record of 4-4. We are very proud of your participation and your constant effort. I know there is a great future ahead for Muleshoe softball. And now for the varsity team. This team is coached by Aaron White, Clay White, and Sherry Beasy. Our season had a rough start, losing one of our tournaments due to weather and 3 regular season games due to weather. This quickly put us 8 games behind schedule. Although we were short of games, we faced tough teams that were able to help us rise to our skill level in a short amount of time. And after winning 20 district games in a row, the Mules fell to Shallow Water 11-0, only to come back and beat them 7-4 the second game in the second round, and pushing our co-district champion Shallow Water to a seeding game, and we beat them that time 4-3 with a winning home run hit by Letty Laurie. They finished the season with a 9-11 record and had a district record of 6-1. They were defeated in the area round this past weekend by a very good Kermit team. At this time, I'd like to recognize the seniors. Would y'all please step forward? These 3 girls are the heart of our team, and it has been a privilege to be their coach. Thank you for all that you have given us. Thank you, girls, and you will never be missed. You will forever be missed. You will be forever missed. There are many good days ahead for this program as the Mules will return 2 seniors and 7 juniors next year. We cannot wait to see the things they will accomplish next year. Before we start the awards, Coach White would like to say a special thank you to Coach Beasy and Coach Mr. White for being positive role models for our kids, making this job so much fun. Coach Beasy, you always bring a smile to practice and help encourage me on those hard days. And Mr. Coach White, thank you for wearing many hats on this team and loving these girls like I do. It makes my job so much fun to share it with you. You are both very special to me. She also likes to thank the maintenance department, Freddie and Philip, for all their work they did on the field and keeping the fields well maintained. She'd like to thank you, Freddie and Philip. You guys are awesome. Thank you to the community that has supported us and been present to watch these girls. Now for the awards. Our first award will go to a senior who sometimes gets forgotten, but her consistency and stability have earned her the Golden Glove Award for this year. The Golden Glove Award, Miss Gabby Chavez. The Heart and Hustle Award is given out annually by the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association to a current player who not only excels on the field, but also best embodies the values, spirits, and traditions of the game. This award goes to a dynamic duo. This year's Heart and Hustle Award goes to Miranda DeBruin and Adriana Loya. Our final award goes to a kiddo that we just couldn't do without. She was our offensive leader and our defensive savior. The MVP this year goes to Mariah Rubalcaba. Your 2015 Lady Mules District Softball Champion. At this time, with the Varsity Mules baseball team and their coach, please make their way to the stage. Freshmen and JV baseball players, please stand. These guys have worked long and hard for the past 3 months, and their efforts will pay off for us in the future. I expect all of you guys to be playing for us next year. You've started something good, so let's finish it. This is our freshmen and JV players. Your freshman and JV team, give them a good big round of applause. I've always learned that it's always hard to say exactly what it is you mean, at least without giving yourself an ulcer. You usually end up mussing it up, offending someone, or tasting a little bit of your own foot, or eating your own hat. Not much wonder about that ulcer really, so I found that apologies are usually necessary. I've always learned that if silence is golden, apologies are cast in bronze at best, but usually in something less precious. Depending, of course, on the type of day the person has had who's getting my apology. But they're still necessary. That is true, and sometimes even in advance of those pesky, unintended sideways messages that have the unfortunate habit of turning our mirth right into madness. And that's exactly what this will probably be, a sideways message. But there is a silver lining. Sometimes a message that comes in sideways also has that redeeming virtue of changing pride into something much more reflective. Gosh, I think I need some Prilosec already. I'm not a farmer, but if I were, I would have expected this year to be a bumper crop. You see, we and these boys have turned over quite a bit of ground and planted well, and done our share of a good day's work, and planned ahead, and prognosticated, and watched the skies and all that. We were confident in our harvest this year, more so, I reckon, than we've been in any year in the past 9, and more than ready to reap it. We were coming off our best season in 7 years, a 16-10 campaign that ended with 2 well-contested losses to the state semifinalists, and returning 8 seniors and losing only 2 players off a 40-man roster, and bringing in an entirely new crop of freshmen to boot, and also fielding 3 teams. The time looked right for Muleshoe baseball to truly come to its own. In spite of some unexpected setbacks, we set our minds to work and press forward. Through these setbacks, we pushed forward to an 8-1 record and a tournament championship at Nazareth, and felt that we were finally on our way. Our confidence could not have been higher, our future brighter, our hopes more full of possibility. Then Pampa happened, and that's right where the real adversity truly set in, as they say, when we least expected it. And it stayed for a while, and it shook our confidence, both in ourselves and in each other. And I'll be the first to admit we were doing a little bit lost. We were a little bit lost. So I did what any farmer would do. I looked at the almanac. Now, I wouldn't be much of a metaphorical farmer if I hadn't pretended to have consulted an imaginary almanac, by God. Well, here's the good word. Baseball and life itself sometimes hits you square in the face, and sometimes it says, your boys who ought to be 22-4 right now for all the work they put in should rejoice in the lessons of a 15-8. And should come to understand the true nature of adversity simply has the next opportunity to prove their worth as champions. So that is exactly what we will do today. And that is the lesson that we take with us, every one of us, into tomorrow, for however long it deigns to last. Now I want you boys to repeat after me. I am a Muleshoe baseball player. I am a Muleshoe baseball player.
I am a Muleshoe baseball player.
I am a warrior and a member of a team.
I am a warrior and a member of a team.
The Muleshoe baseball team.
Muleshoe baseball team.
Say it like you mean it. Say it like you mean it.
I will never accept defeat. Better. I hate to lose. I will never quit. I don't walk. I run. I work hard. And I don't waste time. I am disciplined physically. Mentally tough. Trained and proficient. In my individual task. I always maintain my position. I always maintain my equipment. I always maintain my composure. And I plan on winning today. Because that's the Muleshoe way.
That's the Muleshoe way.
Coach Sturtevant and Coach Boatman wish to thank their players for their commitment and hard work, their fellow coaches for their help, consideration, and sharing, and the Booster Club for their generosity and continued support of Muleshoe baseball. Their players' families for their continued encouragement, and their administration for their direction. And lest they should live to regret it, they would like to thank their wives, Jessica and Erin, for putting up with their frustrations, for listening to their worries, for encouraging and strengthening their hearts, and shortly, for allowing them to do what it is they love as much as anything in the world. We will hold off giving any awards at this time because we were still in the playoffs. I can tell you that these guys all deserve an award, and their hard work is so much appreciated. You guys are simply the best. And let's show it this weekend, as let's go put it to those Presidio Blue Devils. your by-district champion so far, Muleshoe Baseball. At this time, could we see the Coach Boatman victory dance? How about the Coach Boatman victory dance? At this time, I'd like to ask Father Sergio Leal to come up and give the benediction. And this, after his benediction, this would conclude our program for this evening. I thank y'all for putting up with me with my stuttering words sometime. You know, this ain't the easiest task in the world, but I mess it up as best I can. Also, like, if any of you seniors, the pictures out here, you can see Aaron White or the Booster Club about purchasing the pictures. See Aaron White. They're $20. They're beautiful pictures. At this time, we'll turn it over to Father Sergio Leal.
Man, it's been a great evening. Thanks again, Sam, for all your work, and Coach Woolbright for the Senior Spotlight. And, man, to wrap up that night, or this night with that dance, it's I think it may put the icing on the cake tonight. Thank you, Athletic Booster Club, for all your work and everyone involved in getting this night together. So if you would receive this blessing tonight, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and grant you peace. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit rest upon you and remain with you always. Amen. Y'all have a good night and a safe trip home. Thanks for coming out.